David Wow here from Another Eden Adventures. How are ya? So the March Star Dream Encounter banner is out, which gives you the chance to get any one of the 5-star units in the game up to Olaya. It does not include any of the new units after her, so you won't see Iffy or Minalka in here, but depending on your needs, there are some units who could be good for your party. Are you stuck on who to choose? Here's who I think may be worth the pull for new players, as well as who I'll personally be getting as someone who's been playing this game for years. Also, share your own recommendations in the comments, as I'm sure people will benefit. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as this will help our community grow. Thanks for the love. Also, I'll be talking about future units in this video, so there will be spoilers. This latest Star Dream encounter is expiring on the 26th of March, so if you do want to spend money on the game, you have a few days left to get it, and once you get it, you have another 30 days to decide who you want. So who should you get? As I hinted earlier, a lot of the new units are missing, but there are still some good picks in this list. But if you have a limited budget and want to make your money more worthwhile, I would personally consider waiting until the next Star Dream encounter, as there are a stack of new units coming who can be significantly more powerful than the options we have with this encounter. I mean, even with a bit more patience, when we do get the next Star Dream encounter, you may be able to get Minalka, Iffy, and new units like Mario ES, Zanbu, and Shonen Alta. But if you still want to get this March 2023 Star Dream encounter, who should you pull? There are a few ways you can go about this. The first question to ask is the simplest. Who do you want, man? Who excites you the most? Who don't you have yet? One way to prioritize who to pick is who can't you upgrade. For example, if you want an another style unit and have the patience and luck, you can upgrade a unit like Mistrare to Mistrare another style, but you can't do that to get someone like Eva. So if you had to prioritize between getting an AS, extra style unit or alter unit, or a 5-star normal style unit that you don't have, it may be worth getting the normal style unit and then grinding it out to upgrade them later if there is an upgrade available. But what if you don't have the time to collect all the tomes or opuses or chant scripts needed to upgrade someone, or are missing a lot of the units and a little overwhelmed as to who to get? I will then ask myself, what am I missing from my team? Which elemental setups are your weakest? Do you have a strong water team but a weak fire team? If you need a fire elemental unit, I would go with Red Clad Flammentor, aka Dewey Alta baby! With a current global tier list rating of 98, he's still a very useful unit to this day, and the fact that he can trigger Fire Zone can be useful for units like Minalka. He has some fantastic support moves that can lower enemy fire resistances, increase your own defenses, and even heal your team. He can awaken another zone in Mind's Eye, making him and your team very powerful, plus he's also a crystal user. If you do need a good tank unit, you may consider Radius normal style for the sheer purpose of upgrading her to another style version if you have the time and patience to do so. Also, Radius has some pretty interesting lore, especially if you play the episode First Night and the Holy Sword. If you want a water unit, I'd go for Eva, who also has a 98 rating on the tier list. Eva, as I mentioned in my previous video where I summarized the top 10 global tier units in detail, is still one of my favorite units to this date. With the right buffs and Graster, Eva's Icicle Torch is deadly, and she's also a crystal user. Plus she is a global anniversary character, which makes her side quest more interesting and unique than the typical unit side quests. If you want a wind unit, a lot of people might recommend Mistrare AS, especially as she's been in the top 3 units of the global and Japan tier lists for months now. Again, refer to this video for info on her skill sets. Another option is Cyan Scyther, aka Suzette Alta, especially if you plan on collecting all the Alta units. She's a wind slash unit and her side quests are truly heartbreaking, yay! She's also a great unit to have if you really want to make the most of the future Mythos storyline. I'd also consider someone a bit more unconventional, which is Garambarel Normal Style, who has a 92 tier list rating. Garambarel Normal Style used to be a good tank unit that was soon replaced by Radius AS, but in saying that, he is still an okay wind support unit, but I'd only get him so you can upgrade him to his newly released Another Style unit, who has a 96 tier list rating. One skill Garam AES has that makes him deadly is Aris Taleti, which is a 2x wind type piercing attack on all enemies. If he's stacked enough LFC, he increases his wind damage by 2000%! If you're a story completionist, Garam is also a key character in the Tales of the Goddess of Time saga. If you're looking for an Earth unit, Tuva Alta, aka Violent Lancer, aka Armpit Sniffer, who has a 97 rating, is an Earth-piercing unit who deploys Torn Earth Stance as a valor chant. One of her more unique skills is her Battle Start MP down skill, which means at the start of every turn, for one turn, everyone's skills cost 0 MP. This is perfect if you're grinding through a dungeon and can finish every encounter with one turn and don't want to waste your MP. For the story buffs, Tuva Alta also plays a key role in the future Mythos series. If you have the time and resources to upgrade them, you can consider Claude normal style or another style so that you can upgrade him to Claude extra style, who is rated 98 on the tier list. You can check out my video of him here, or you can get Nikoko normal style, who is still a pretty neat unit by the way, who can be upgraded to the 98 rated Nikoko another style. I also spoke about her in my tier list video. For crystal units, I would stand by Eva and Dewey Alta, who I mentioned earlier, but I would also consider OG normal style Mariel. She was once a top tier unit, but now she's gone down with an 85 rating in the global tier list. But hear me out, if you don't have a 5-star version yet, her extra style version, who will be one of the most powerful units in the game, is coming soon. So having her normal style version could be your key to upgrading her if you fail or choose not to do her upcoming banner pull. Also, if you don't have Mariel yet, knowing her story could increase your appreciation for her character as a whole. As for shade units, Milsha Another Style is a shade piercing unit who has a 98 rating on the global tier list. She's an interesting support unit who has an auto heal and guaranteed critical shade type piercing attack on all enemies at the end of every turn, assuming certain conditions are met. Her singing ability can greatly improve your team's attack and defense. The skill Taraguti Spathi can be useful, which gives hold ground to all your party members, assuming you have full HP, and it also applies Lunatic Sacrifice, which converts a portion of your party members' endurance to power and spirit to intelligence, which basically means it turns your team into a souped up offense team. For those keen on her lore, Milsha appears in the 3000 Realm arc and the Sea Abyss saga. But that being said, I'm a simple guy, and these new units are getting more and more complicated. If you want a simpler button bash style shade unit, you can consider Phililile, another style, who has a tier list rating of 95 and first appears in the Antiquity Mythos saga. She has a great side story. She was one of my favorite units for quite some time before she was steadily power crept, but I'm still betting she will get an extra style unit who will be extremely powerful, so having Thelia on your team is still useful. She has simple, easy to understand attacks like Share of Messiah, which can deal devastating damage. For a Thunder unit, I would go for Orleia, firstly for sentimental reasons, as she was the first unit to be made available along with Nonna and Miyu extra style in the Apocrypha series. With a 98 tier list rating, she is a Thunder and Fire Slash user and is the first unit who could activate Thunder Zone. Again, I'll talk about her key skills in this video. Has this list helped you yet? You could also look at which units are coming and get their normal style or another style now so that you can upgrade them later on. This gives you the chance to understand their lore a little bit more or build up some light or shadow points now so they're stronger in the future. For example, you can get Hina to prepare for upcoming Hina Another Style, Dewey to prepare for Dewey Another Style, Hozuki to prepare for Hozuki Alta, or Shannon to prepare for Shannon Alta. Note that the light or shadow points that you build up for your normal style, another style, or extra style units won't be counted for the Alta units you unlock. So who would I pick for this Star Dream encounter? Let's say I had none of the characters I just mentioned. I would pick Eva for all the reasons I've discussed. She's also a global anniversary unit, so her story is more unique than the others, and as I said, she is still one of the most powerful units in my team. But what if it was me who now almost has all the normal style units in the game? To be honest, there's a high chance I will probably save my money this time around for the Mariel ES banner pull or the Yakumo banner pull, or I might skip all of them and wait for the next Star Dream encounter. But I'm still deciding. I don't have Milsha at all yet, so I may pull her another style unit, who's still a great unit, and I'd say her extra style will come at some point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you all. See you soon.